This video is brought to you by Raycon. More about them at the end of the video. Twitter. One of my absolute favourites. On my list of least favourite social media apps. Starting in 2006 by Jack Dorsey, over the years, Twitter has exploded in popularity, averaging 450 million monthly active users as of 2023. Now, the overall premise of Twitter on paper is actually really great. The idea that you can open the app and instantly sort of get a feel for what the whole world is talking about, what's trending, and all the news going on around the globe, what everybody thinks of it.
Putin's threatening to drop a nuclear bomb on London. You're a clown, you're a muppet, you're an idiot.
And have your own say. It's sort of social media in its rawest form. Now that sounds great, but like most things in existence, it's ruined by people. Now, I don't want to go right out on a whim and say that frequent Twitter users are all lunatics or anything, but these days, it does feel like you can boot up the app and within 5 seconds, you'll be reading a 15-tweet long argument about the most unnecessary topic. Now, people often say social media and Twitter especially is bad for your mental health. I mean, I get it. I'll be having a great day, minding my own business, have a bit of downtime, then open up the app just to read pages of people insulting each other, or someone I don't care about's opinion on a topic I don't care about. But honestly, it isn't that bad. I mean, I joined Twitter back in 2011, and I made this graph to show my overall mental health and well-being, and as you can see, there's only a slight drop-off. It is quite easy to judge the bad eggs on Twitter though, honestly. Just steer clear from anybody with a football profile picture, an England flag in their name, or their political leaning in their bio. Or all three, and you'll usually be just fine. Now, Twitter of course centers around the function to tweet. Yourself and others can share their thoughts, ideas, and opinions in short, 280 character long public messages. So when Twitter first started, the maximum tweet length was actually 140 characters, to try and mimic that SMS style of 120 characters, with 20 characters left over for @s and hashtags.
SMS, that's limited by 160 characters. 20 characters for the username, for some space and formatting, and we got to 140 characters.
Then that eventually got doubled to 280 characters.
Increasing the character count from 140 to 280.
But honestly, tweet length never really mattered anyway, because people will always either link to a twit longer, the length of War and Peace, or tweet the classic iPhone note screenshot. There's also the ability to retweet, so you can basically just repost a tweet onto your profile, so you can seem funny and show off your humour through a funny tweet, but without all the legwork of actually coming up with something funny yourself. But on the other hand, quote tweets can actually often make the original tweet funnier in most cases. And for all you grindset guys out there, this is the button you'll be clicking to repost that 5th Sigma mail edit that you found. Twitter is basically the online personification of you can be the first to tell a funny joke, no one laughs, and then someone tells the exact same joke louder and farms. And then that same joke will periodically blow up every couple of months after 200 different people tweet the identical tweet. There's the ability to DM somebody a tweet, which I'm personally a huge fan of. It's an easy way to send a funny tweet to a friend quickly, but I'm actually 100% sure that British boomer Twitter have no idea that this feature exists, because they all seem to publicly mention each other under tweets. I guess parts of Britain are still on 2012 Twitter. There's also verification ticks. Now these originally were there to inform you that a person or account was of notable stature, a celebrity, a politician, or a social media personality. The blue check mark was once something of honour. It was street cred. Show off that you are a somebody. Well, you know, in a shallow social media, clinically online kind of way. Now, the Twitter features are great and all, but how can we talk about Twitter without mentioning Elon Musk? Now, I know I am starting to seem a little bit obsessed with Elon on the channel at this point, but listen, okay? The guy is everywhere. If he shows up in the next season of Squid Game, I wouldn't even be surprised. But alas, here we are talking about the fella again. So in May 2022, when Jack Dorsey announced he was stepping down from the board of directors, just 5 months later in October 2022, Elon saw an opportunity and acquired Twitter for a cool $44 billion. I mean, when you already own a car company, a space company, an army of robots, and produce flamethrowers, why not add one of the biggest social media platforms under your belt? Now, when you have the richest man on Earth that's planning to make Mars an inhabitable planet, you'd think Twitter ownership would be a walk in the park, and he'd make the platform far better. Well, ever since Elon's joined Twitter, he has done the impossible. He's managed to take Twitter and all of its features and make it even more shit. So Elon has introduced Twitter Blue, which for a small monthly fee of £9.60, it basically takes the features that make Twitter Twitter and changes them completely. I mean, you know that snazzy blue verification tick I was talking about earlier to show that an account is official? Well, now, everyone with Twitter Blue just gets one. Doesn't matter who you are. It's literally pay to win. Now, sure, that's a little strange, but it wasn't too bad, because Elon also implemented a feature where you could hover over the check mark and it would tell you if it was there because the account was notable or if it was just there thanks to somebody buying Twitter Blue. And that was fine. You could easily tell the difference. Until a recent update where they made it so that you can't even tell. And it just says that the account is one of the two. And I guess you just have to guess. And literally as I'm making this video, it is all kicked off. Elon has now removed legacy check marks altogether, which basically means anybody that was verified for being famous has lost their checkmark. And whilst Twitter was mourning the loss of the beloved checkmark, it turned out that Elon was actually personally funding some celebrities' Twitter Blue memberships out of his own pocket. So as of right now, to my knowledge, the ticks are kind of back for some people, forcefully. But you still need Twitter Blue to get one. And then literally within the last day, he's changed the verification message again. You know what? I have no idea at this point. This video will probably be outdated after a couple of hours of being released. Your guess at what Elon is doing is as good as mine. That 280 character limit that kept tweets concise and to the point so that you could quickly express a feeling or opinion in a nice bite-sized digestible tweet. Well, with Twitter Blue, there's only a small character increase from 280 characters to 4,000. Honestly, that's just efficiency on Elon's part. I mean, now I don't have to click the tweet longer link because I have the long tweet on my screen. Or how about the ability to edit tweets after you've tweeted them? The fact that you see way less ads, or that your tweets get pushed out to way more people, and that ability to have an NFT profile picture in 2023. Oh, how could we forget the fact that you need Twitter Blue to just use two-factor authentication on your account? That's alright guys, you can buy this optional Twitter Blue for £9.60, or otherwise, your account gets stolen. I mean, I see what Elon's trying to do here. You know, make everybody equal and take that checkmark away from famous people and give it to the common man.
I tell you what though, folks, that's bloody good value.
Put us all on the same level. If you pay. But the price point and what it actually does might make Twitter Blue Twitter's worst change to date. Overall, sure, I've ranted a lot and Twitter has a lot of flaws, but like any social media, Twitter can be good in moderation. There are times that I'll scroll down my Twitter timeline and see fun, light-hearted tweets, have a good laugh, and move on with my day. But there's no doubt Twitter can be a cesspool of debates, politics, insults, and brain-rotting negative content or comments. And like all apps out there now, the endless scroll and For You section just keeps you hooked for longer, glued to the screen, with the algorithm intelligently learning what you want to read, and it can become a bit of an echo chamber. But don't get me wrong, Twitter can be great depending on how you use it. I mean, it's a super easy, fast way for me to share a video or inform followers of something. And it's great to see all the tweets you guys tag me in. It's for sure super good for interaction with communities, or to see what the majority of people think about a new movie or a game or a TV show, or any topic you're interested in. And I think I might get more world news from Twitter than actual news apps. Not to mention Twitter is a big pillar in a step forward when it comes to free speech or the ability to quickly share a thought or express yourself. Just remember, whatever you post on Twitter, no matter how wholesome it is, somebody will always be there to disagree. And I guess we'll see where Elon takes the platform and how it changes in the coming years. And hey, look at it this way. Despite Twitter's many flaws, it will never be as bad as Facebook. And if you did want to follow me on the funny Elon Bird app, the link's below.
Today, we've got a big hunt on our hands. Up there in the tree, I've just spotted a pair of Raycon Everyday earbuds. Come on, let's take a closer look. Wow, look at these bad boys, the Raycon Everyday earbuds. Now, these things feature custom gel tips, so they get in your ear and they sit in there comfortably. Now, the difference with this species compared to some more premium audio species out there is you can probably wrangle a pair and another pair spare and still pay the same price you'd pay for some more other premium audio species. Yep, these ones are water resistant, so that means they can combat any liquids that they come across in the wild. Another thing, these babies have a noise isolation feature, so when they're set in your ear, they can isolate any unwanted sounds. Now, these babies have a lifespan of around 8 hours, and then an additional 32 hours in their casing. They'll have to get in my ears and start playing podcasts. Now, the thing with these Raycon Everyday earbuds is they have a very unique mating call. Let's listen carefully and see if we can hear it.
Use the link in the description to buy Raycons.
Wow, if I heard rightly, it said that you can use the link in the description or the link on screen now on buyraycon.com/Joeseppi to get your very own pair of Raycon Everyday earbuds for 15% off. And with all of that said, goodbye.